Hey everybody, it's Talks from Crits Happen. Thanks for watching and welcome back. Today we're going to take a special first look at the pre-alpha build of Terraforming Mars. Now, I cannot even begin to describe how excited I am about this. Reason being is that I love Terraforming Mars, the board game. I think it is absolutely amazing, wonderful, love every minute of it. This is developed by Luckyhammers, and Asmodee Digital is the publisher. This is going to be on Steam right now. I'm sure they have plans to bring it to more than just Steam, so we'll talk a little bit about that. But this is a pre-alpha build, and that is really, really important. If I click on these things like tutorial, rules, like it's not all there, right? Which makes the kind of gameplay for the pre-alpha a little interesting because you can't really do everything you want to do. Right now, you can only do a two-player game, but you can pick between different AIs. I have felt that since it is a little pre-alpha, it is a little scripted. You kind of get the same cards in the same order a lot of times. But it gives you a really good view as to where they're going with the game. And I think that's the most important thing, and that's really what I want to talk about here. I am not going to talk about the rules of the game. I am not going to talk about all the different things that I am doing. There are plenty of videos online that you can search for how to play Terraforming Mars, what we're actually doing in each of these steps, but I'll talk a little bit about some of them. You can zoom in on cards really easy to see what they do. You can see victory points on them. You can see mega credit costs. You can see the tags on them. The thing that this game does really, really well is keeping track of your tags and of your actions. It's one of the things that as you play the regular base card game, it gets a little I don't want to say confusing, probably cumbersome is the right word, to keep up with how many tags you have at any given one time, especially when there's things that will give you discounts or bonuses for those tags, or some cards that require you to have a certain amount of tags so you can play them. This game does a tremendous job of keeping track of that for you really easily and allowing you to see really quickly, can I play certain things now immediately when I take a card and pay for it, or can I not? And that is something that really lends itself to playing faster games, which is what I've been able to find. The challenge right now in pre-alpha is I've had some games lock up on me. And again, that's fine. It's pre-alpha. It's not a final build, so this is the time to work out the bugs. But I have played games where I've gone like 20, 25 minutes and then completely locked up and I can't make a move and I can't make a change to what the program is kind of caught in. That can be kind of frustrating and a little annoying, but it's pre-alpha, so those things are going to happen. The beauty is there, though. The artwork is there. The simplicity of playing this game digitally is there, and that's a huge thing to me about this. Terraforming Mars, especially to a new player, can be pretty daunting. Terraforming Mars, as much as I love it, is definitely a game that benefits players who are familiar with the game. This digital version still has that. You will definitely do better if you have familiarity with the game and familiarity with the cards and some of the combos. There is hopefully going to be some tutorial stuff in here. Like there's a tutorial button at the beginning that will hopefully teach people a little more about that. Like one of the first things I always get when I teach a player Terraforming Mars, they get a card and they go, what are microbes and why do I need them and why are they good? And trying to explain a lot of that at the beginning can seem daunting, and receiving that information can seem daunting. But so far, so good, I would say, with what they have in motion. Now, again, it's very early, right? But all the things happen. The oceans happen, and the oceans become three-dimensional type things. The cities become three-dimensional and pop off of the map. The additional spaces, it's a little hard to see, but in the lower right-hand corner, or kind of middle right-hand, over by the temperature and oxygen track, there is a hexagon for one of the cities you can place off-planet onto one of the moons. That can kind of get lost a little bit. So there's some little cleanup things that I think they need to be able to do. Overall, though, I'm really happy with what I'm seeing. I think it will still be something that will be a lengthier type game, so I'm not sure if it will lend itself to a digital portable device like an iPad or a tablet type device. I can see it happening pretty quickly, though, and pretty easily. I wouldn't mind sitting down for a half hour to an hour to play a game. I think if this got asynchronous, might be a little cumbersome, but we'll have to see kind of what their plans are for it. The animations are very smooth. You have multiple different graphics levels that you can do on the game right now. That makes it really good. So if you have a system that's not as powerful, that can be a big help. But I mean, there's really not too many animations to it. So like this is cranked out at the highest level it can crank out at right now. And I'm running on an Alienware M17, which is about 4 years old right now, maybe almost 5 years old. But it still does really, really good at even at the highest setting. I'm really looking forward to what's going to come next. I think it simplifies it and it gets it off to a good start using this program. I think that it beautifies what is already a beautiful game and really brings out the finer points of the game. And I think that once Asmodee gets clicking on this, it's going to be even better than what it is right now in this pre-alpha build. So that is our first look at Terraforming Mars. I wish that there was more to show you. There's just really, right now, it's not really valuable to go through a full gameplay because there's really an opportunity for it to lock up and there's a lot of things that aren't really there yet. But the beginnings, the foundations are there. And that's very exciting for me as a lover of Terraforming Mars and as a lover of digital versions of board games. There are some people that feel that this is too digital and not as tactile boardy, but I think it does a pretty good job of it. So would love to hear your opinions. Leave your comments below. Does this first look excite you for what you're seeing if you're a Terraforming Mars player? Does it confuse the ever-loving lights out of you if you have never played Terraforming Mars before? Would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below in the YouTube channel. Of course, you can always chime in on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram by searching Crits Happen. But until we see you next time, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first look at Terraforming Mars. And when you get into the alpha or beta, or when the game finally is released and maybe you're watching this years from now down the road, maybe we've colonized Mars by then, who knows? But however it works out, we hope you enjoy all of your card drafting and terraforming times inside Terraforming Mars. Thanks so much for watching. Keep rolling those dice, and we hope they're all crits.